Hey guys, Donnie RightSide here. Bookmakers review Saturday afternoon college football in the SEC on CBS, 3:30 p.m. Let's take a look at number one Georgia traveling to take on the Kentucky Wildcats in SEC action. Now, you take a look at Kentucky here. Probably expected a little bit better from their season. Georgia unbeaten at this time and the number one team in the land. Let's tee this game up here. 349, 350 on the rotation. 3:30 p.m. SEC action, as we said, live on CBS. If we take a look at the spread here between Georgia and Kentucky, it's a heavy favorite here. Minus 22.5 for the Georgia Bulldogs and a total that's listed at 49.5. Let's get into this game a little bit and see what makes some sense. We do know Georgia careening towards the SEC championship game and a possible national championship berth. Looks like they're probably going to handle their business against the Kentucky Wildcats. But the question is, by how much? If you take a look at the Georgia Bulldogs and how they come into this football game, last 5 games, just look at their offensive numbers here. 42 points in a win over Auburn, 42-10. Vanderbilt, 55-0 shutout. Florida, 42-20 winner. Number one Tennessee, they played at the time, 27-13 at home in the rain. And then last week going on the road against Mississippi State, 45-19 as victors there. Taking a look at the last 5 games here for the Kentucky Wildcats, they played South Carolina, lost 24-14, beat Mississippi State 27-17, then also played at Tennessee and got hammered 44-6. Also Missouri, light win there, 21-17 by 4 points. And they actually got beat by Vanderbilt last week, 24-21 overall. So if we're trying to match up these two teams here, number one, Georgia is an absolute bulldog here, scoring close to 41 points a game. Kentucky only 23.5. Now, as we like to say, defense travels, and it is going to be chilly at this game in Lexington, Kentucky. Probably looking at temperatures much cooler than what most SEC teams play under. But if we're looking at that Georgia defense on the season, how about this? 11.6 points per game, holding teams to under 300 yards per game. Now, if we're looking at this game itself, taking the two teams out of the equation, Georgia probably just needs to go and win and move on, right? But that hasn't been the case with Georgia. They are so talented here that even if they just keep the football on the ground, they should run roughshod over Kentucky. Even with Kentucky, as you take a look at Rodriguez coming back at running back, he's been really good. 733 yards on the ground and 6 touchdowns for him, but you're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. I don't know if it's going to make that much difference. And also, Will Levis, 16 touchdown passes and 9 interceptions. One of those guys before the season that we were talking about as a possible first-round pick in the NFL. Now, UGA, as we said, just needs to keep it winning. Every win, whether it's by 1 point here or more, they are going to play for a national championship by making it into the college football playoff. Quite frankly, even if they just run the table and lose to LSU in the SEC championship game, they'll probably still get in. But that doesn't stop them. Last week was one of those spots where you might find a downtrodden spot saying, whoa, we just beat number one overall Tennessee. Now we're going to step up to the plate and take on Mississippi State on the road. Let's just win and get out of here. They hammered Mississippi State. They're going to hammer Kentucky in this game as well. Look, Kentucky, if they're going to say ground and pound to keep it close, God bless them at that point. But Georgia is going to score. Quite frankly, I don't know if Kentucky is going to score all that much in this game. I'm laying the 22.5 here as the Georgia Bulldogs annihilate the Kentucky Wildcats this Saturday and stay number one on their way to a 2022 national championship possible berth here. Let's get after it. SEC football on a Saturday, and we're dropping the bomb on the Georgia Bulldogs. I'm Donnie RightSide for Bookmakers Review, and as always, good luck on those wagers.